Yeah, we're live! We did it! Let me share screen.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah! Let me
Hey.
post it. There we go.
I love the title. We have to find a way to include that in like every single one. Even when like it's resumed, we're just still gonna be spamming it every single time the highest still isn't real. Ah. All right, let's see how cold it is outside. Oh, it's pretty warm. Okay, perfect. I am outside now.
Nice.
And oh my God, dude. So, like, since I've been injured, I hadn't been squatting really for like 2 months or some shit. And holy crap, it's dark out today. But anyway, dude, my adductors, which the inner thigh muscles, are freaking fried from squats today. Oh my goodness. You do not hit that shit when you're leg pressing or hack squatting. Let me tell you.
Am I
I
allowed to
could
share
not
your...
finish the rest of my workout because of it. I just had to stop and I'm just going to.
Am I allowed to share your thingy from the earlier, the video? On stream? Kamui? Yeah?
It's incentive to join the Discord.
I didn't
So
know.
nobody walks unless they're in the Discord.
Oh god, we feel so unprepared, but it's totally fine. Hi, guest. Who are you? Guest? Good guest?
We have two guests technically.
Technically, yes. Hi, person. Yee hee hee.
Say hi louder.
Hi.
Scream it.
No, I can't.
No, you have to talk like you're in caps lock. Okay, that is another rule of this podcast. Oodie and I like to
I
yell a lot.
can't.
We are talking in caps lock.
Yes.
Everything we do is yelling. Dude, I have to say it is really dark out today. My goodness, like I probably look like a very sketchy person right now, yelling in the pitch black. But
I hope you're not wearing black
I told myself I was
clothes as
going to
well.
walk 4 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, which is probably not. I'm still gonna get all 4 miles. So
You know, here, let me take it off of that. There we go. Let me go find this video. I might have passed it. Well, I guess I just do it this way. Oh gosh darn it.
what am I running into? Oh crap! I need to look where I'm walking when I'm in the darkness. Okay. I almost just ran into a phone pole.
Oh my goodness. So
I
this
was
is
looking at my phone instead of the road, and I just ran into some shit.
So that's Kamui dying live on video. I'm glad that we could all see that together.
Wait, did you show them the video of my brother's bad squat?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I said that was incentive for them to join the Discord.
Oh, well, I also said you cut out, and then you said it again, and you cut out again. Listen, well,
Wait, no, you're making that up.
well, I'm not.
That's just
Did you hear
convenient.
it on stream? It cut out. Kamui, is
Bruh.
this the face
Well,
of
whatever.
a liar?
Yes.
Well, that's besides the point.
Well,
Oh.
what I was trying. I mean, if it's too late, it's too late. The point was, I was saying that's incentive for them to join the Discord, so that they have to join the Discord to watch that video.
No shot, Kamui. Look at the look at the YouTube comment section.
Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone.
No shot. That's actually the best thing of all time.
Well, I mean, in fairness, like I sent you the 10th or 11th rep of the 5th set of the workout. I clipped only the last rep because Discord doesn't let you send like at least on my phone, I can't send like a minute and a half long video of the entire thing. So I clipped only the fail part because I thought it was funny.
Okay. Well,
That is
anyway.
only 365. I'll have you know, I injured that for 10 reps sets today while injured. Okay, trust me. That is not my 1 rep max.
Bro, you got Onoki'd.
Yeah, dude, I was like, it was the last set, and I was just like, every single set, I was just like adding like, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just do like 1 more this last one. I was just like, I'm just gonna go for it. I did like sets of 9 for the first 4, and then every time I was like, I definitely think I get an extra one. And then the last one, I was like, all right, well, might as well do it now. It's the last set. And then I was like, nope, never mind. And then my brother did the worst spot ever. He basically pushed me forward, and the weight hit the rack, bounced up, and then it came back down on my head. Dude, I was like, I don't have the rest of the video in there, but I was just laying on the ground for like 2 minutes because it hurt. And then I finished the rest of the workout anyway.
Yeah, you probably did get a
The whole-
concussion. That's crazy.
Well, I thought I might have gotten a concussion. I just never knew. I kept working out every day though. So I mean, if I got one, I think I'm okay.
Well,
Probably wasn't good to do that, but I mean, a man on a mission. What can I say?
At least you didn't take a nap.
Finally, I kind of want to watch this on.
well, I only showed it once, but I can show it again, I suppose.
Well, no, I just have to rewind. Oh, the only problem though is I'll listen to my audio. That'll be very confusing.
Well, for the live people, it's incentive to go join the Discord.
Yeah, I mean, it's all in proper order, but there you go. I wish I had like, well, I don't feel like posting every single. I actually delete most of my videos of lists after the fact. I just kept that one because it's funny. So I don't really have anything good to show people, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oof.
At the very least, now
You're enough.
knows what you look like, so maybe she'll stop going after Trippy.
No, I think there'll be incentive for her to go after Trippy. I'm watching this doing it. Dude, my brother literally just like pushed me forward. Like I would have had a better chance of getting it up myself than.
Yeah, he came up
He's
and bumped you.
literally just pushing me. The worst spot ever.
Oh my goodness.
He worked against you.
Yes.
I know, literally. I said I would have just been better off just dropping it into the rack.
Probably.
Oh well.
But
But yeah, I mean that is what I look like, or at least what I did look like. I was about 10 pounds lighter at the time.
Before you hit your head.
But
I got you.
Said before you hit your head.
yeah, no, it looked completely different. My face looks identical to that. I was just a little bit smaller because when that gym that was when I was doing my summer job this last year at the 10 gym. Do not miss that place. But also, yeah, I just lost some literally lost like 10 pounds of muscle, dude. It was crazy. I don't even know how, but I'm assuming it's because the job I was doing was walking around like 10 to 15 miles a day in 110-degree weather. I think that 110-degree weather was just killing me because I was working out every day, but I was still getting way weaker and smaller. As a result, it was very depressing, but you know, it is what it is at this point. I got most of it back.
Good. Hey, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
I know you had flip phone knees when you tried to do that squat and it folded on you, but I know you'll get back to where you were.
I'm almost there. The problem is I got injured a couple months ago. I hurt my back somehow, but I mean, I literally haven't squatted in like 2 months, so I was pretty surprised when I did my first set. It felt so weird. I just hadn't been doing it, and I was just It was so fun. I'm not gonna. I don't think you would notice in the videos, but I found them hilarious when I was watching. But I filmed myself today because I was just doing the descent so fast. I just wasn't used to it. I was just flying all over the place. I was like, oh wait, it felt oddly easy while difficult at the same time because like I don't know how to explain it. It was so weird though.
Let me tell you, when I go and I bench at my spot, I think I have a worse spot than you because I do the bench press, and one of my friends stands over me, like right above my forehead, and I'm trying to bench, and he's just standing over me. So you can try to imagine what I see when I'm trying to do.
Oh,
the
I know
bench.
you're talking about. Yeah, no, I actually don't usually have a spotter. I don't recommend you do this, but most of the time, throughout my entire life, I've just lifted without a spotter.
Oh yeah, you was trying to end your life
I just
early.
don't have a spotter. I usually because then it's just like, well, I better get it up.
Yeah, that's that extra
occasionally
incentive.
I'll say, "Oh, you want to spot me?" Like, because my brother was doing that same job. Now he's in another state. Because we just happen to do a job in the same state, but we don't live in the same state. But so I was like, oh, I might as well spot me. Usually I just wing it, which is probably not the safest thing, but it's a good motivator, especially at bench press, dude. It's so annoying to have to like sit up to wait, but I do it if I have to. But I usually just get it.
Yeah, and then you gotta get down and then try to bench afterwards. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I used to bench like crazy. I was benching with I had like 345s on each side, which is absolutely crazy. I must have been
315. Yeah.
Yeah, I must have been like off the protein shakes, but yeah, I don't know how I did it because now when I go back, just the 245s on the side, the 225 is just crazy to me. Yeah, but working out is scary. I've got some horror stories from there.
I don't know. I've been lifting for a long time, but yeah, no. Sometimes there's some funny ass shit like that's been like actually oddly. Yeah, actually one time, so at my gym, I use there's like an upstairs room which is like it's actual powerlifting stuff. So like the bench is like the type they would use in a meet versus just a regular bench. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to describe it specifically, but it's a powerlifting.
I know what you mean.
The only thing is it's not bolted into the ground. So I found a way around this but later on. But there was one time, thank God, one of my bosses from before, he goes to the same gym as me, and I was just like, "Oh, you want to spot me this set?" Thank God he was there because when I was pushing my legs on my last rep, I flung the bench backwards, and then the weight, of course, came with it. Not me though. So like the weight flung towards my neck, and he came in clutch with the save. I don't think I have that one. I might have it on video. I don't know where, but yeah, dude, that thing was right in front of my neck. So now I found a way to just secure the bench in place so that I don't have to deal with that. But I'm glad I figured that out when I had a spot.
I'd love to see that video, see your feet kicking for your dear life. That would be so hilarious to me. That would literally make my day.
Let me see if I can find the video. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna see if I filmed that set. I don't know if I did. That's the only thing. If I did, I definitely kept it because it was funny. Let me look for it. This might take a few minutes.
Do your thing. The last time I was at the gym, there was yeah, he is literally. Yeah, the last time I was there was this guy on a treadmill, and he was like running real hard, like I'm talking like sprinting. And out of nowhere, he just hits the treadmill, like he hits it, and it flings him into the back wall behind him. And I'm looking around because I'm also on the treadmill, and I'm like, did anybody else see that? Anybody? Nobody sees anything. They're just going about their business. So the guy gets up, he dusts himself off, and he walks out of the gym. And I just keep looking around like nobody saw this. Like he hit it hard. Like if it looked cartoonish, like it looked like Looney Tunes, like the way he just got flung into the wall.
The way he wiped out.
like he just wiped out. It was the craziest thing I've seen at the gym.
Oh my goodness! What is everyone's?
That's honestly though, sprinting on a. I don't know what my max is right now.
Yeah, so I'm curious what everyone's maxes are. For me, my bench was at 225, 2 plates. My squat was at 315, 3 plates. My deadlift was at 365, which is what Kamui did in squat. Crazy. I forget what my clean was.
But then, like I said, that was the last rep of the last set.
Crazy.
I have videos of me squatting up to 425. Past that, I don't have a video of.
Yeah, I don't believe in leg day. I look like Zabuza up top with Haku's legs.
Oh no, that's wild.
Yeah, so but for benching, I was just doing the most I've ever been able to do is the 345 on each side, so the 315 or something like that.
315,
But
yeah.
I have no clue how on earth I was ever able to get to that point.
Honestly, same. Considering, so I'm lightweight. In case you didn't know. So for me to do.
How heavy were you when you did the 365?
Someone say 365 because that's some crazy. Some crazy.
No wait, Oodie, when you squatted 365, how much did you weigh?
I was less than 160. That's the most I've ever weighed.
Yeah.
150.
Okay, I don't know if I can find this video, unfortunately. I don't know if it exists. That's unfortunate. I'm still looking. I have so many random ass photos and videos though that it makes it very difficult. I also don't know when this was, is the other problem.
Oof.
Kamui, for your games, sport games, whatever games you played in high school, did you do so I'm assuming your games were on Friday, first of all, but did you do like a pre-game workout or like pre-game meal? We did both of those.
No, I didn't really do any. Back for sports, I was just like, let's just say we had a game after school at like 3 o'clock, whatever. I just ate lunch, whatever lunch was, and that was that. I didn't really do anything super fancy back then. I worked out before games, so yes, I would work out in the morning, whether I had a game or not. The only exception was track meets, where I actually did before one because I wanted to test something, because I noticed a lot of times my workouts for track were actually better when I worked out before. So there was one meet where I tried it and I did totally fine, but I felt like I probably shouldn't do it, so I didn't really do it after that. But I was always in the back of my mind, like, I wonder if I work out in the morning, will I do better? The only problem, though, is half our meets were in the morning. So it was, like, too close. But if there was, like, nighttime meets, I was always like, oh, I wonder, will I actually do better if I just work out before? Which doesn't make much sense, but...
Yeah, I remember my
in fact, dude, I don't think this video exists. This is really upsetting.
Morning meets are the worst.
I know, I hated them. I liked the one time I had a meet that was like really late at night, and I was like, "This is so much better." Everybody's trying like falling asleep. Meanwhile, I'm super wide awake. I'm like the only one ready to go.
Yeah, when I was doing track, I was always the first event and then the middle event, so I never had any rest, like ever throughout the entirety of the meet. And then I would also do like the 4x4 at the end. So at no point could I sleep.
Oh yeah, no, because I would do like, well, I always did different events. Half the time I would do like the last 3 events in the first event, but other times I would do them really spaced out. It just depended on what I was doing that day.
So they had you moving around.
Yeah, I mean,
I was specifically on hurdles, and then the 4x4, and then long jump.
That's honestly better though, like, because like half the time it was just like, what do I want to like do today? I had to decide on. The only one that was really consistent is I almost always would do the 800, but whether I did the mile, 4x8, 4x4, 400, it really varied. So sometimes I've done 100s and 200s just when we were on a whim. We're like, you know what, screw it. Because it was like a meme that half of our distance runners were better than the sprinters at sprinting. So there was one meet where we all just did it, and we were doing better. Or there was the funniest one was when we did the 4x1, we had a distance team versus the sprinter team. The distance team won.
That is embarrassing.
I know. We were like, dude, I bet you we could beat that. We did.
Oh my gosh. I salute you for that 800 though. Distance is no joke. That is no joke.
Is probably to me the worst event it's the fine line in between being awful of you have to sprint it the entire way, but it's also long distance. Like the 400.
Yeah, literally.
It sucked, but like I could do it fine. You sprint the full thing 100%, the full 400. 800.
Yep.
You basically can't do that, but like that's
Nope.
what you need to do. So it's awful. It's like two 400s back to back.
The 400 and 800 was kind of tricky because, at least for me, I was better at the 800, so I almost did find it easier than the 400. Because with the 400, like at the end, depending on how I ran it, I could either be like my legs are just dead or I got it perfect. I always had trouble like hitting a fine line between going too hard in the beginning versus not. But yeah, I was better at the 800 though, so I found it easier because of that. But I also wasn't really easier. It was just I just looked better when I was doing it.
So the
Yeah,
mile,
a lot of people don't know how to
you
pace
just pace
themselves.
yourself. But like for the
The
400,
mile was easier.
Yeah, for the 400 you can just like run it the full thing, but like, and it was fine. I could do it. I was seeing rainbow colors afterwards, admittedly, from all the adrenaline, but I could do it, and I like run all the way through or whatever they tell you, so that you don't like stop before the finish line. But I could not do the 800. I hated it.
I will say though, it changed in college for me because, well, actually, I don't know, because in college, like I progressively got bigger, especially in college, because up until high school, all I did, it's crazy how jacked I got off this shit, but I didn't do like any barbell shit. So I didn't do barbell squats. I only did dumbbell squats or super heavy ass dumbbell lunges and shit. And same with like bench. I didn't do barbell bench. I did like dumbbell bench only. And like once I got to college, I eventually started doing like barbell stuff too, just because we did it in track. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I can do it now. And then I got a lot stronger. And then when I was doing everything I was doing, I just progressively continued to get bigger, especially because the beginning of college, I was with the sprinters doing mid-distance training versus distance. So I didn't do as much distance running. That also helped. So by the time I went back to distance, though, and I did cross country, dude, when I doing the mile, but I was like, granted, I lost a lot of muscle again, but I was like 165, 170 pounds instead of like 160. And that extra 5 to 10 pounds, Joe, let me tell you, dude, it's like wearing a weight vest. It really is. It weighs you down. So I was getting in an insane shape, but because I kept getting heavier, I wasn't getting any faster. It was just getting harder.
That weight vest phenomenon is a very reason why you have to lose weight for Ninja Warrior and why it's so important. Like, even 5 pounds makes all the difference in the world between being able to easily do a one-arm pull-up and just not being able to do it, like, at all. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, like, I can, like, barely do it, but that's because I'm really good at, like, pull-ups and shit. But if I was 10 pounds lighter, dude, it'd be so much easier. It's like you're just removing 10 pounds off the lift.
Exactly.
I think the most
and like
way
also like
is resistance bands because like
the
the
warrior shit
more
is
extended
hanging.
you are, the easier it is.
Like, I was gonna say, half the Ninja Warrior shit, you're literally just hanging off of like your fingertips and stuff,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, you're gonna be begging for the 10 pounds less when you're doing that.
Oh man.
I had a bad experience with resistance bands.
Ooh.
When those things snap back.
Yeah, they do.
Ooh. They snap back.
You fly out under your
It's
foot
over.
and it smacks you in the face.
Oh my god, those things are dangerous.
And I used to use them when I first started because at that time there was that myth about weightlifting messing up your growth plates, and it was like that gray area where I was like, we don't know anymore if it does, and I didn't want to risk it my first year. And then I quickly said, screw it, I'm lifting weights when I was 13. But that didn't last very long with the resistance bands. But I remember those days, and they were annoying as hell. And I was like, dude, dumbbells are so much better.
You said the growth plates? What are growth plates?
You know,
I don't really know how to explain it, but it's like, you know what, dude, I don't know how to. It's basically like in your bones like these plates where the bones grow. I don't know, something like that. I haven't looked into this, but I remember that was a big thing at the time. This was like 12 years ago. That was a big thing, is that you can stunt your growth because you lift weights. That was a big thing that people believed, which isn't true. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You said the plate in your bones.
Like the same time that slime was revealed to be in McDonald's. Like 7 million.
Oh my gosh. Yo, you made me laugh. Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
That's what we do. Half this podcast is random laughter.
Yes.
Whatever we're talking about. There is no topic of this podcast. It almost never has to do with the title of the video either.
He said the plates in your bones that make the bones grow. Oh my gosh.
Speaking of
Thank
the
you.
podcast,
Did we do our intro?
What's up?
Did we do our intro?
Yeah. So speaking of the podcast, let's do our intro 30 minutes in. So hey, I'm Oodie, and Kamui's here, and Trippy is having Wi-Fi issues, but he's like here-ish for the most part, half the time. In spirit.
He works for
Camcam's in the here at Camcam. You're invited to speak. Finish our intro for us. So,
Camcam.
This is our special 4-hour edition of the pod. Half of the usual time. I know you'd probably think double the usual time, but no, we usually stream for like 8 hours. So Camcam's responsible for making sure we end at like 4 hours, so that Trippy, who isn't here, can get some sleep. And then we'll do another one tomorrow or Wednesday or is today Monday? One of the days we'll do another probably 4-hour one because it's her fault. Blame her. And
Take Monday.
I love being the scapegoat. That's like my favorite responsibility. Thank you.
It is your entire
Cam's gonna become mom now.
responsibility at this current moment in time. Even though Trippy
Life.
needs to make sure, but it's you. So speaking of the podcast, hi guest, Momoshiki the Janitor is here, everyone. That's the one you've been hearing the past 30 minutes. He's I already took his chin down. So it's let me pull it up. It's this guy. I was shouting him out like 2, 3, 4 pods ago, or all of the 2, 3, 4 pods ago. Go watch these 2 videos specifically because they're really good. Explaining the karma and the Will of Fire and what it means for the time skip. Those are like significantly good videos. The others are good, so go watch all of them. But yeah, specifically.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on too.
For sure. Glad that we could do that. Did you watch any of the Walky Talky podcast beforehand, or do you? I like completely forgot whatever questions you're referring to, but I'll believe you. But yeah, Boruto and Naruto and stuff. So you're caught up on Boruto. You made a Damon video. What do you think of that all?
Currently, that all is pretty cool. So right now, I think I've had a lot of people ask me whether or not I like Naruto or Boruto better. In my current rereads of Naruto, I will say that Naruto has a lot more moments that make me feel something. But as far as like the direction that Boruto is going, I can't deny that it is something that is new and different. Because I know a lot of people wanted basically Naruto Part 2, which is not something I wanted. And I'm really happy that we got this. And I'm really liking the direction it's going. And there's a lot of twists and turns that have been, I'd say, almost expertly crafted. And I will say that chapters 1 through 10 and chapters, I'll say 75 to 80 are some of peak anime that I've seen pretty much in my life.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we love the positivity.
Speaking of positivity, Camcam hates Boruto because the music is like 10 years old. So convince her she's wrong.
I do
and
not.
The music is great. She hates every Boruto soundtrack, all of them.
I do
I'm
not.
Not even exaggerating.
Oh, okay. I like Boruto. I think it's a good story. I just don't like the soundtrack. Kamui, don't come for me.
So I'm gonna be a contrarian real quick.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember a single song from Boruto, but I remember at least 15 songs from Naruto. At least.
I don't
See?
think that speaks on the
Forgettable,
either way.
boring.
It doesn't. But the memorability for me, as it stands, it doesn't feel as what's the word I'm looking for? Iconic in a sense as Naruto. And I wouldn't say that I necessarily grew up with the Naruto soundtrack, so it's not necessarily like nostalgia or anything. I just think that when I hear a Naruto soundtrack, it's like, ooh, let's get hype. But when I hear Boruto, it's like this could be from any old anime.
There's absolutely.
You know,
honestly,
he's my new favorite
I've
person.
been cut out for like the last 3 minutes. I don't know.
You have, but you're back.
Welcome back.
What is half the stuff you guys have said?
We're ragging on Camcam again because she still hates Boruto.
Yeah,
I
Cam, why do
do.
you hate
Yeah,
Boruto?
I heard
Boruto.
half of it, and then I said some words that probably were half heard. But I also didn't hear like half of Momoshiki the janitor's thing about Boruto versus Naruto. I left off at Naruto has more moments that make me feel some type of way, and then I cut back into the last 5 chapters have been some of the peak anime I've seen. I missed everything in between.
Well, basically, what was agreed upon was that Cam kicks puppies, and that I think that Boruto is.
I really dislike y'all today. Y'all are getting on my nerves today. Okay.
Like, wait, hold on. You don't like puppies? Did you actually say you don't like puppies?
No, I did not.
I heard it. And confirmed.
But we both can.
Yeah. Oh my
We
god.
live in a democracy.
With the
Camcam
janitor
doesn't clearly. Camcam would be like an evil dictator, clearly.
What-
She doesn't like
literally.
puppies or Naruto sound.
Literally.
She doesn't like
I
Momoshiki
love
manifestation. What
puppies.
kind of devil is she?
Listen.
Wait, you said
listen,
Trippy's laugh? Is he back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
My goodness.
Trippy.
Wait,
Yo, Trippy. Why
finally.
they say you
Trippy's
be
right
tripping,
in
man?
time for him to leave for his bedtime, apparently.
Oh, you got bedtime? Dang. Sorry, Trippy.
Well, he did say his time, not
I
his
just
time.
got
so
work
we're-
early.
I think.
Yeah, I got.
Wait a minute.
Okay, what are you
Wait,
on?
hold
You
on.
a different time zone?
Oh wait
Yeah.
a minute. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I thought you meant 11 like our time, and I was like, dude, are you really gonna hop on for like 20 minutes?
Well, to be fair, he does
Oh, no.
switch back and forth between our time and his time, like willy-nilly, so I don't blame
I
him.
I don't know what to say when I talk to you guys about time, so I'm like,
And me
He
and
lives on
Colin
the
are
border or
just
something.
in
Yeah.
your time zone, so.
What?
Yeah, they
Whenever
are
Oodie and I
always
talk-
late. Always
Whenever
behind.
Woody and I say a
They
time,
lie
we mean
about the
EST.
time.
But when Trippy speaks, he has to specify Pacific time
Yeah.
for EST.
Ugh,
Because we don't know which he means.
Pacific time. It's harder to breathe on Pacific time.
Well, that makes me feel
Trip.
a lot better about Trippy's delay here, because I was worried he was only going to be on for like half an hour.
Yeah,
No, we're
I'm happy
good.
to have
We
you,
got a
Trippy.
few hours.
Okay, that's perfect then.
But I don't want to move past something. Momoshiki the janitor. There is no shot you don't remember a singular Boruto soundtrack. No shot.
Get out.
Ooh,
you
is
cut
anybody
out.
else hearing
I
you?
did? Oh.
No.
No, I
There's
Yeah,
no
turn it
shot
to me.
you don't remember a single Boruto soundtrack. You have to remember at
Not a-
least one.
Not a single one. I can tell you what was on screen, but I can't tell you what
Wait,
was
hold
playing
on.
in the background.
Let me rephrase this. If we played a Boruto soundtrack, do you think you'd be like, "Oh, I remember hearing this"?
If I'm gonna be honest with you, maybe. So the one I probably remember the most was the one where he was on the skateboard riding through the tunnel.
I have
But
no
aside
idea
from
what that is. So you're talking about.
yeah,
We're
that's
referring to
that's
the
an
soundtrack
outro.
during the episode.
That's an outro, yeah.
Yeah.
For any episode, then
Nah, all right,
No,
all right,
not a
Oodie.
single
Play
one.
Momoshiki's manifestation or High Alert. There's no way.
like
There's
this.
no
Don't do
way
me
he
like
doesn't
this.
say, "Oh yeah, I remember that banger."
Don't do me like this.
So
Yeah,
I
play
See,
him,
also-
play him,
Momoshiki the
Momoshiki
janitor,
song, I
he's my
remember
new
it.
favorite person.
When I remember when he ate Kinshiki. Yeah, play that. I remember that.
Oh, I remember that. Too. Yeah, that was from the movie.
Play that sound.
They play that. they play that soundtrack in one scene and that's it. It's never come back. It's from the movie.
Never. What did you guys think about the movie in comparison to the anime?
I actually like the movie. I like the goofiness of some of the scenes.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people were saying that the anime kind of made Boruto like hateable, or I guess more hated, just because he was kind of spoiled. They didn't really develop him as much as they did in the anime. I honestly thought he was fine, personally.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
same
I mean,
thing.
like he's like the average 11-year-old. I mean, 11-year-old boys, no offense, are just the worst.
Yeah,
So to me, I'm like,
literally.
that's totally relatable.
Yeah, it's like people forget.
I mean,
Oh,
they
right.
redeemed him by the end of the arc. It's why I don't know. He's fine. to me.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
the first 10
in
chapters
the
of the
anime,
manga is
I know there's like a little bit of a like it took a long ass time because in the movie like Boruto gets over it in like an hour, whereas the
Yeah.
anime it's like a lot of episodes.
Oh
So
my
I
god.
understand the difference there, but it's the same exact thing.
Yeah. And he still even comes out of it, and by the end of it, and this is why I said earlier that chapters 1 through 10 are some of the peak anime and manga I've seen. It's just because of that arc. You know, a lot of people, aren't close with their parents, and just to have that kind of relationship, just develop right in front of them, that's one of the most beautiful things I've seen, honestly.
The
Yeah, it
Momoshiki
was
art
really good.
is still one of my favorite art. I feel like that one is a bit underrated. A lot of people like think it's like the worst arc other than maybe the Mujina Bandits, but it's still honestly like arguably my favorite manga arc in Boruto. I liked the Boruto movie, like in the arc surrounding it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I always thought it was really good. I never had any issues with it.
Oh,
But I saw everyone else did for some reason around the time I started
Well,
watching
I don't think
it.
anyone like. Well, they all hated Boruto, but that's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
The thing about that though is that was the point. You were like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like, oh my god, this kid sucks. And that's exactly how I felt. But that was the point. You were supposed to think the kid was a brat, and that's why he
Literally.
changes at the end of the movie. So he's not one anymore.
Literally.
Yeah, because he
It was-
never acts like that after the fact.
Well, that's the thing is, you were supposed to think, okay, this kid does not understand shit. He's being overreacting. He's a brat. And you were also supposed to think, why doesn't Naruto like do a better job? Why doesn't he use shadow clones more in a like a useful way? Like you were supposed to question both sides, and that's why at the
Exactly.
end of the movie they make up and they figure out both sides.
And they're both supposed to change, not just
Exactly, and that's what happened.
realistically,
Like, the
saying
arc
that he
did
changed
everything
at
it was
the end of the
supposed to.
movie is still like understating what they actually did. He changed like halfway through the movie after Naruto called him out at the tuning exams and sacrificed himself, stopping Momoshiki. From that moment forward, he's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
when
he is.
he's like sees Naruto get taken away, that's like the moment basically where the switch completely turns. Like Naruto
Exactly.
sacrifices himself and he realizes like this is what a Hokage is. This is what my dad is. Like, and then he
Yeah,
like
and one of-
realizes.
Yeah. My fault. Didn't mean to cut you off. But one of the biggest things is that he asked Sasuke in chapter 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly which one. He asked him what his weaknesses were. But then when Naruto was taken, he asked him, what would Naruto do at a moment like this? And Sasuke acknowledged that he wanted to know Naruto's strengths now instead of his weaknesses.
Exactly.
And that was a
literally,
major character thing for him.
really like that arc. And like Momoshiki was just like it was like a simple plot, but it was like Momoshiki was just meant to mirror Boruto, like, and that's what he did. And then he loses. It was just like I really like that arc.
Yeah, he's a perfect antagonist. And even Boruto's a good protagonist just because he has a lie that later turns into the truth at the aha moment. That's screenwriter stuff, though.
Yeah, well, honestly, like I said, like that is arguably my favorite Boruto manga arc. I do like certain parts of the Kawaki arc a lot. I will admit, it's probably got like more interesting mystery stuff going on for sure. But like a simple plot can still be really good. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, actually, on that note, how would you guys rank we'll do manga only, Boruto arc? So you have Momoshiki arc, Mujina Bandits, Out arc, the long ass Kawaki arc, which we could arguably split into 2 arcs if you want. Then the Code arc, and then the Prophecy, quote unquote Prophecy arc, which isn't or may not be done.
Depending on what happens with the Prophecy arc is gonna affect my rating.
Yes, I know. They definitely put that the topper.
Yeah, it's like one of the best or one of the worst.
Here, I'm gonna share my screen. We can
It really
focus on this right now.
Okay, let me
All the arcs right here.
look at this.
Oh, cool. Say no more.
Yes, sir. Really quickly, I'm just going to.
Are we including filler art?
Just
It looks like
really
it.
quick.
Maybe 10 out of 10. Last one.
There we go.
Maybe.
And we all know what these actually mean.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. There you go. Okay, so.
So this is the anime arcs. Okay.
Okay, so immediately.
All right, go ahead and put Mujina at the bottom.
Mujina at the bottom. Interesting. So I was actually.
Nah, I don't know.
What?
I think let's try to find what we think would be a perfect middle. So
sure
for the
Ocho's
yellowish,
love, yeah, for sure.
The Chocho arc is definitely near. Yeah.
It is fun.
what's the
Oh,
next
yeah,
one?
yeah. You're right.
Okay.
Redmon. Oh, that's Konohamaru the Last. It's its alternate name. That's the one that foreshadows Code, guys. He looks just like him.
Foreshadows.
Alright, I think the Jugo arc is probably like a good middle one, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see as we
like
move.
that one.
I'll just get.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
also
the
like it.
average.
Yeah, and it builds on, the Taka also.
Yeah.
The car
Wait.
actuation
Yeah.
arc is definitely going to be one of the higher ones.
What is the
I'd
ghost art?
argue divine
Definitely.
10 out of 10.
Really quickly, I'm going to remove this one and just have this be the full arc. Is everyone okay with that? Or
Wait,
do
which
we
I
want to
can't see where you're
separate
pointing.
The tuning exams arc and the
The
versus
Oh.
tuning-
arc. It's like the same thing.
Well,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
they're the
'cause
same.
I mean, the only difference you could say is that like the arc thing is separating like the Momoshiki fight from it, but it's like they have to be together. The whole because Boruto's
they do.
growth in the versus Momoshiki fight doesn't mean anything without the tuning exams and vice
Yeah.
versa. So
Yeah.
call it all one fight, all one arc, and use the Momoshiki picture because that was
Okay,
cooler.
that's fair. I was going to do that, but then tuning exams arc sounded better than versus Otsutsuki arc. But yeah, I like that. Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, but at the same time, I think if you want to get the point across about Momoshiki being involved, we should put Momoshiki on it.
Okay, that's fair.
I personally want the car actuation arc to be high. Like, I really like that arc.
I will say.
Yeah,
There is a
also put it at
lot
the top.
Specifically the Deepa
episodes-
part.
The Deepa part specific, yeah. So the Victor stuff, I would say, brings it down to a perfect 10 out of 10. Just because there's a lot of episodes of like him going to like the county that's like for enemies, and that was whatever.
The Land of Silence. I have an idea.
Yeah.
If we can make this work, let's just separate the two, or let's do 3 different versions. We'll have the one where it's like the Land of Silence and Victor only, the Deepa only, and then the whole thing.
You know, screw it. Yeah,
Deepa only is going in
that's
S.
what this is now. Why's that like?
Put the Deepa one. Put the Deepa one as the highest. That's the Deepa only part.
Okay,
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
And then Shinky will be like the random extras.
Yeah, this is Victor. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the plot surrounding the Victor stuff is fine, but like the big thing is like the random stuff that like they could have definitely condensed it. Like Sasuke and Sai go to the Rain Village, they hear about the Kara stuff, and then they go on the mission, and then they can really just skip to meeting Victor, looking for the Hashirama cell. They realize Victor might be shady, and then they can just do the whole chase with the Hidden Haze Ninja and Land of Silence stuff in like 2 episodes instead of like 6. And then just kept the Deepa. Like, and I would have rather, if they want the whole arc to be the same amount of time, just extend all the Deepa stuff instead. And everybody liked just when he was on screen, it was entertaining. He was funny, he was scary for the kids who couldn't beat him till the end anyway. Yeah, he's just good.
I'd argue Deepa is one of
what do we have here
best,
next?
Antagonists in all of Boruto.
Dude, remember when I told you I never got around to making a video on it, but I told you I was gonna make that video. That was one of the first conversations we ever had. It was one of the first topics we ever had. I was talking about how Deepa was arguably the best Boruto villain.
Oh yeah, I'd watch that video. I'd be your first view.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, it's gonna be that's my big hot take. Now I like as the mangas progress. Like I said, like the thing about that was also at that time, which would have been probably around chapter 67, 68, 69, somewhere around there anyway, is when I said that. Like Momoshiki got better throughout. Well, debatably got better. We'll see. He might have gotten worse, but I was like, okay, well, Amato, Kawaki, Momoshiki, Eida, and Deepa, they all have potential to be better. But I was gonna look at like where they were at the time, and then